Okay, how's everybody doing today in the YouTube world? I'll tell you what's going on in my world. I am having a woodchuck problem. Some people call them groundhogs. Some people don't even really know what they are. I think if you live out west, you have... I think groundhogs out there are like these stupid little, like squirrel-looking things that live in the ground. No, these are woodchucks, like 10-pound proper. Need bullet stuck in their ass type of deal. So, anyways, I'm going to take you around in the fields today, or at least one field probably, because I don't want the video to be forever and a decade, and show you what damage woodchucks actually do to a soybean field. It's pretty remarkable, and I'm here to tell you it's worse than deer. Deer will bite a leaf here and there. A woodchuck will gnaw the new plant, 2-3 inch plant, down to nothing, and from there you get nothing unless you replant. And if you do replant, you better basically have all the woodchucks shot and gone and killed or trapped or whatever. Now, having said that, you will trap way more than you'll ever shoot. It's just a bona fide fact. But you have to set a lot of traps to get them. One year, I remember it was probably 6-7 years ago, just on one 10-acre piece that was planted in soybeans, we collectively got like 76. And you think, oh man, that really put a beating on them. The following year, I still ended up getting like 50. So they breed like flies. They're in the fields like rats. Stay tuned. All right, so take a look at this field. You can see the green out in it, but then if you ever want to know where you need to hunt the woodchucks, look for the bald spots right here, and you can walk right up and see their damage. I don't know how that got there. But what they do, now these are the cotyledons. If they bite it down and leave, this is the energy part of the soybean. If they bite this off, both sides, the plant's dead. They didn't here. Let's see. Yep, most of these still have the cotyledons. See, there's one there that got bit off, and it's still shooting a leaf. So as long as these woodchucks get under control, they'll be okay. But then you can look at, you know, an example. Right, where are you? I don't know. Where is it? Oh, right here. There's a stick. Right here. They've bitten both sides of the cotyledons off, so it's going to be dead. And that's what woodchucks do. They'll gnaw it right down till the plant itself is essentially dead. Deer, from my experience, don't do that. But you can see it's pretty much bald, 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 and then it turns green again. So this is a hot zone here for woodchucks. And then I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but if you look at that, I call that like a dog leg on the field. There's a bald spot over there too, and I'll take you over there and show you that. So from this angle, I think you can see it. I mean, over here you got rows and greens, and green, singular, and then you just shift over here to the dog leg, and it's, you know, bald as Kojak. I don't know if anybody remembers, was it Telly Savalas? Kojak. That's what woodchucks do. I'm going to take you over there and show you exactly up close and personal what it's done to the plants. All right, so it all starts right here, and you can see again, here we are, we got green, and then as soon as you get right here, you don't. And we're in that, I'm in that conundrum again where I'm just hoping they didn't bite the power pack of the plant off so that it can still leave out. The key to this at this point in time is that they don't continue to put a smack down on the plant as it's growing back and trying to recover. Now it's got to play catch up to all these plants here and you know, the rest of the field, but it's still young enough. This is still in the V2 stage, going into V3, and so it's going to be able to catch up to the other plants, except for the fact that I still have a woodchuck problem. You know, they're not eradicated, or at least controlled to the level that I like to see them controlled. Have taken quite a few off this little field here, 10 to be exact, so that's going to help. But you can see here, like, you know, this is the work they do. And it's not deer. Again, it's not. Deer are not doing this. A deer will come up to a plant like this with a leaf. They'll bite this leaf off. They'll come to the next one, bite that leaf off. But they will not chew the plant to the ground. Not these deer anyways. And then, of course, you can see up here. That's pretty much chewed off. It looks like it's trying to leave out, but you know, and there's a stick stub they've killed that plant. It will never produce. So that's what I'm dealing with. It's a woodchuck problem. It's not solely a deer problem. You know, deer will take a 50 bushel field down to 38, no problem. Or maybe worse, but woodchucks, what they'll do is they'll keep you from ever having a plant at all. You will not have a plant, period. You know, ew, that's gross. But, ew, it stinks to high heaven. But anyways, that's what I'm dealing with. It's not just this field, it's a lot of fields. And I know a lot of you guys, it's weird, I've learned making YouTube videos, you got to kind of anticipate what you know your viewers are going to say in the comments. So I'm just going to go ahead and mitigate some of what I think is going to be said. First thing's going to be said, clear your edges. Those edges, it's producing the... It hasn't mattered. I come in here, actually, when I got out of the Army, out to about here was weeds, and that's the fence row there. You can, I don't know if you can see that fence post there or not. I'll show it to you. Right in there, hiding in the weeds. But anyways, the people that were renting this ground, you know, they didn't do any maintenance on it. They just planted it, and if it you know, grew out, then, well, that's their starting point where they planted. That was fine with them, not with me. So I took a dozer and just cleared this all out. It hasn't mattered even when I do you know, spray the fence rows. It's just not mattered. What they do then is they just burrow holes into in the pasture and then come out of the pasture and then come out into the field. So it's not mattered. On the other side, the railroad owns 99 feet from edge to edge, and over the years, timbering and doing other things, we've got nasty grams from them saying, oh, there was one tree that you took from us, you owe us $400. So I don't mess around when it comes to their side of the property. You know, they own, from dead center railroad tracks, they own, I don't know, 48 feet of it, and it's just not worth it. So there you go. That's the story of the woodchucks. Keep them under control. Be fast, be furious, and have a better than average day. Thanks for viewing. Hit the red subscribe button if you haven't, and I'll see you at the next video.